having a little more goals-based opportunities of why you're doing something. And it took me probably a full decade to wrap my head around that, to be honest with you. And
Yeah.
no one told me that. That's from
Yep.
experience. So I wish someone would have told me that. Hey, why are you working so hard today? And instead of saying, oh, so I can go make $800 a day if I finish this job, and that looks good right now, I should have said, wow, so I can pay for my kids' diapers. It's
Yeah.
just true. It's a little more goals based. I'm working hard right now to polish off a good December because I'm taking a ski trip. We're going to go snow skiing in Angel Fire. And guess what? Guess where my mind's at right now? There's a goal ahead of me. It's not far away. We're about a month away from that trip. So it seems attainable. And I will say this. I thought it was cliche growing up in the school, have these super long-term goals. And don't get me wrong, they're super important. They are. There's some goals, retirement, right? Um, if you want to own a house, if you don't want to own a house, there's arguments for both, especially in today's day and age. Maybe it's a vehicle, but it needs to be happiness. And let me tell you right now, I have been as emotionally distraught when I had the most money in my pocket, and I've been the happiest I've ever been when I've been broke. And that is something that there's no way you would have convinced me of that. But it's because at that time I had different goals. Maybe I didn't verbalize them well, but it was easy to go up and be motivated to go work hard and go move someone's 3,000 square foot house and all their super heavy furniture when I had no money in my pocket. You know why? Because we're making money today. I get to go home and tell my wife, woohoo, we did it today, you know, versus, hey, times are good. What do you want for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you think, honey? Like, wait a second. What am I doing this for? So sometimes keeping shorter term goals they help me. Those short term goals really do help me. Sometimes it could be a sales goal, but a lot of times it's an opportunistic goal. Hey, if I work really hard today and get my stuff done as best as possible, I get to go fishing with my daughter.
Mm.
That's a goal that
Yeah.
if I can go crush today. Now, obviously, many different jobs I've had. Um, some jobs are easier to get done. Some jobs tell you when you're done. And that's a little different. So pivoting mindsets definitely help. Uh, but back to the point of your closest relatives and friends sometimes are the hardest to maybe quote unquote sell or I like the word convince better. Hey, I have good
Mhm.
information for you. I just need you to hear me. Um, is and you're right, they are looking out for you. Sometimes, actually, a lot of times, I think a lot of young entrepreneurs they go out and spread the word,
Mhm.
but they boast about it as opposed to just spreading the word. And there's a difference.
Yeah.
I've learned the hard way. When I come home now, I don't talk about work. Dad's home, husband's home. The dad to my dogs and cats are home. You know, that's who they want. They don't want me to come in and tell them, about the clients I'm talking to or whatever it may be, or they especially don't want me to tell them about the junk I just threw away. Uh, so there's a hard stop now. Um, I mean, occasionally, you got to tell your spouse what's going on, keep them informed, definitely. But no, if it can wait, put put your love first, put your family first. And I've kind of started to extend that to my brothers and my sister-in-laws and my own mom and dad. I catch them up on what's going on, but I don't tell them every day all the exciting stuff because something happens when you do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the answer is there. By the time it turns bad, they're like, "Well, wasn't really that good, was it, son?" I'm like, no, no, it was good. That's why I was telling you it was good. But
Yeah.
now it's bad. Sometimes I get more family and friends calling me when I'm not telling them everything I'm doing. But then they'll see something on Facebook, wherever I'm at. Maybe I'm doing some big job or flying in an airplane somewhere to go meet some client. Yeah, on my way to Vegas or something. And they're like, "What? What have you been up to?"
Mhm.
Well, now I have their attention. Now they're going to listen again. So there's different ways to get people to open up their ears, and sometimes silence is the best way.